How am I looking? I've got no idea. Frozen. Okay. So now we got to figure out why I'm frozen here. Because I look good on my end. Excuse me while I figure this out. There we go. There we go. Now I think I'm moving. How do I sound? Perfect. Want to see something funny? How long is this delay? About 30 seconds. Yeah, the new camera I'm using follows around. Good, Arnie. Perfect. You know, I don't need these on because I'm the only person in here. So yeah, I've been doing good, everybody. Um, like I said, just got a potential show coming up here, so I figured I would come and hang out with you guys for a little bit and see how the new setup sounds, see how it looks, see if there's anything I need to do. Audio is low. Okay, audio is low. Okay, how's that? Does that sound better? Or did I just blast you out? What's up, Canadian? Canadian Arnie. And Kevin K. Aloha. Uh, See, I'm out of practice, everybody. I'm forgetting to say hello to everybody. Be kind and courteous. That's better? Okay, good. So just kind of, like I said, just kind of getting everything going, checking to see how it looks, using a different streaming setup, um, new computer, new everything here. So, what's up, Steven? Yeah, doing good. How are you, man? You guys got your chance. Ask questions. If you got any questions for me, mixing questions, life questions. Hell, I'll even give you a political answer if there's like two. If you want a political answer out of me, I'll give you a political answer. You want a philosophical answer, I'll give you a philosophical answer. So, uh, yeah, just kind of hanging out. Yeah, this is so I got a new camera because I'm going to New Zealand in like right around a month. So I got an Osmo Pocket 3 kind of as a present to myself for making it through the first couple months here in after the move. And you can use it as a webcam and it just follows me everywhere I go. So it's kind of cool. Leo Barry, what's happening, man? Are you guys doing okay? What's up, Sam? How you doing, man? Just hanging out for a little bit. Testing the new setup, seeing how everything looks. Probably look better if I turn one of these lights on. Probably this one. Yep, you guys get to see the actual microphone and pop filter for a sec. because it is following me everywhere. So that'll probably look a little better. Have a good one, Leo. Thanks for stopping by even for a second. What's up, Fitty? How you doing, man? I'm still very quiet. It's called an Osmo Pocket 3. It's let me double check, make sure this is using the right microphone. Probably turn the mic up itself. How's that? Is that better? Montana's good, man. Yep, the camera moves. So I believe I turned the volume up on you guys should be getting more of my mic. Let me know if I'm blasting you out or if I'm sounding better. But yeah, this is called yeah. Uh, can I switch cameras real quick? Let's do. So that's what you guys are used to seeing. That's what the camera looks like. Back to zoom. Back to yeah. There we go. Back to that. Back to the chat here. Right? It's kind of cool, right, Fitty? You can just kind of it just you can get up and walk around the room and it'll follow me wherever I go. Yeah, I mean it'll follow my ass if that's what you guys really want to see. But yeah, I'll even be the guinea pig. Let's go ahead and see if it follows my butt here. Did it follow my butt like it was supposed to? There it went. So perfect. Yeah, so yeah, you can lock it onto any face that you want that's in the room. Like if someone was in here with me, I could lock it onto them and it would follow them around the room. It's a really, really cool camera. You can do like slow effects and you can do like you can walk around and do like a 3D effect as you're walking with it and record videos. So my New Zealand vlogs when I'm over there are gonna be sick. Tell you what, I'm too quick. I'm just naturally too quick, Sam. That's all there is to it, man. But yeah, Montana's been good. New job's got me hopping and traveling. Travel every couple of weeks. May singing down by my feet here. Right now I'm renting. When I get back from New Zealand, I'll probably buy a house over here. I mean, it's a good investment over here. What is it? It's not the fastest growing city in the U.S. It's pretty close, so it's a pretty good investment. Buy something on the in a one of the suburbish areas around here. Just do that. But yeah, right now I'm just renting this place. I mean, it's a nice place. I mean, wind up stuck here, if I wind up living here for a couple of years and I'm stuck in this place, and I wouldn't be too mad. Kitties are happy, so that's always important. It's a little pricey, yeah, Stephen L. Yeah, that particular camera is about um, what was it? It's about 700 bucks. Got a new mic and everything. Probably Paul. Boy, Paul. What's up, Roland Gromer? How you doing, man? So yeah, we're showing off the fancy new camera. Everybody, if you haven't seen what it can do, you just showing up. Yeah, we're working on putting together a show. Probably beginning of September. Maybe do a couple. Maybe do. We'll figure it out. But it's first time I'm looking free in a while. It's been like what, 6 months? So it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, Paul. And yeah, like I said, it's got a built-in gimbal on it, so you can just, you're not carrying around some great big huge mount. You're carrying this thing around. It can shoot in 4K. Um, I think right now it's in 4K. Uh, let's change that to, yeah, there we go. Now we're in 1080 60. You can use it as a webcam. So I just changed the settings around, so it should capture me even better now. I should look a little crisper and sharper. What's up, Troy? How you doing, man? Jax went to right. I'm not sure what you're asking, Pity. Jax is in bed right now. I can hear her TV on in her room. Yeah, this thing's it's absolutely remarkable. Everything that it can do is just nuts, man. I'm super happy with the camera. Um, it's like I said, when I start shooting stuff over in New Zealand, and I start uploading some vlogs, I think you guys are going to be pretty amazed at what this thing can do. And it comes with a great little external mic you can just kind of stuff inside your coat. It's pretty sweet, man. So been having fun with it. Probably right around then, Canadian Vapor. Probably right around normal time. Um, I mean, I still get up ungodly early on Saturdays, so you know, earlier the better. Earlier the better for me, so I can go take a flippin' nap. But yeah, yeah, Jax came to Montana. She wasn't sure she was gonna stay over here, but now that she's here and she's all settled in, I think she kind of digs it. It's a lot different than Washington, for sure. Yeah, Montana's a bit different than Washington. So I miss the people over in Washington. I don't miss the politics. I don't miss the nonsense. Um, and Montana's got its own problems, but they're not as numerous as Washington. And despite this being a really fast growing place, it still feels like a small town. Like if I hop on my motorcycle, I can get from one end of town to the other, and oh, I can get to work, and I live way on the far opposite side of town from there. I can get to work in 10, 12 minutes. You can get anywhere in Bozeman from anywhere else in less than 15 minutes. So it's not a big place. Nice, man. Good. What's happening, Lumi? Lumi! Lumi! All right, brother. Good. Have a good night, Pity. Love you, brother. Be good. Uh, I'm just hanging out, Lumi. Just hanging out in my room, hanging out with these folks. Any other questions? I mean, does the setup seem okay to everybody? Like, is the volume good? I know the camera looks good because everybody's remarked on that. So I think we're I think we're happy with the camera. If you're not happy, I can go back to the old setup. I can always just flip it back over to the C930, and we'll do that. Sound is fine? Good. Any questions? Any questions of me besides how's Montana and all that? It looks like the delay's about 30 seconds to a minute, somewhere in there, probably about 45 seconds. Does my mic sound better than it used to? I know I'm not in as echoey of a room. I got a new microphone too. I got my fancy headphones and I got fancy everything now. Man, almost like if I had this when I was starting out YouTube, I had all this stuff. Man, I would have been so in business. Ha. Uh, I mean, the Yellowstone River's a little further down the road, and the only thing we have here is Bozeman Creek. There's no rivers that really run through Bozeman. You gotta get a little out of town, but the western part of the state, most people don't make it past like the Blackfoot. Most people just come in and stop at the Blackfoot. They stop in Missoula. They don't ever come any further. But I mean, there's so many cool little towns along the way, all through that area between Missoula and Bozeman, because that's like a 3.5, 4 hour drive, depending on the traffic and road conditions and all that. Um, you can certainly make it faster. I've certainly made it faster. Not that I would admit that to the police or anything, but you can certainly make that trip faster if you like. But it's pretty. It's a beautiful drive from there to here, and I mean, like there's only one decent sized town in between there and here, and that's Butte, Montana. For those Beavis and Butthead fans, Butte, Montana. Butte's actually turned into like this really cool kind of it's still a very working class town, but they've got a lot of like kind of folksy stuff going on in town. It's turned into like a really cool little place. Like if I was going to live anywhere else in Montana right now, out of all the places I've gone to so far, Butte, I would probably move to Butte. Like you'd have to worry about the lake that's in the mine, erupting and killing everybody in town just by being in the area. But other than that, I mean, it's totally fine. But it's turned into this really cool little town. So really enjoying it. Wayne what's going on? Gotta start watching it because Massachusetts sucks. Are they banning everything in Massachusetts? I mean, like I'm completely out of touch with stuff these days. So completely out of touch. What's up, Robin? How you doing, girl? Long time no see. Robin, if I remember correctly, has like the best hair on the planet. If I remember her correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Robin. But if I remember correctly, I believe I always said that you had like the best hair on the planet. I'm a hair expert, in case you couldn't tell. All right, have a good night, Roland Gromer. Be good, man. Yep, I thought so. I thought you was the right person. But yeah, Bozeman is growing way too fast for its own good. Like the infrastructure here is never going to keep up with the amount of people that are coming in. Although it seems like it's slowing down a bit. I was on. For those that didn't see, I was on I was on one of LabWorks. I think it was not LabWorks, Advocate, one of Advocate for Liberty's shows. That was pretty soon after I got here, and I was able to show things off, show like the view outside, show my car and my motorcycle and all that stuff. Been doing good, Robin. Moved again. Moved again. I'm in Montana now. Moved out of Washington. So, yep, moved again. Um, Trying to think, when's the last time I saw you on a stream? Did you see me in the house that I owned? The house I had in Spokane? Because it might have been that long. I was in that place for like 4 years. It might have been that long, Robin Freeman. Yeah, change is good. I used to be scared to change, and that's how I wound up in the same job for like 13 years. And now you just gotta roll with it. Okay, so you haven't seen. Okay, so you never saw my house. Yeah, I bought a house in Spokane when I was working there. Um, and yep, now I'm back over in Montana in the greater Bozeman metropolitan area. I'm actually outside the city, by a little bit, not by much. But yeah, change is very good. Change is very good now. Now that you just can't be scared of it. There's your life advice for the night, everybody. Don't be scared to change. Don't be scared to change. It's good, bad. It's something different. You'll adapt to it eventually. You know. See if I can lure May May up here so May May can say hi to people. She's down here by my feet. She doesn't seem to want to come out. Um, yeah, don't really know. Don't really know what else is new with me. Said car, motorcycle. I got my sleeve finished on this arm. To anybody that hadn't seen all the tattoos, got tattoos all the way up and down on that one. Uh, I know it's been several years since Robin saw me, so she probably hadn't seen all that. Nobody has any questions for Fresh 03? Been gone for a while. You getting your hand done, Lumi? Me and Lumi are already sleep twinsies. I'm holding up to the wrong camera. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Lumi, the hand kind of sucks. The hand is a little painful. That was probably the worst of it. Like my elbow wasn't bad. Elbow wasn't bad at all. But yeah, that hand stung like a son of a gun. Um, I'm sure she remembers you. Sure, Lumi remembers Robin Freeman. You were around when me and Lumi were doing a show together, right? When we were doing Fresh from the Kitchen together. And she just kind of became the Robin to my Batman, or I'm her Robin. I have no idea how that relationship works. Just testing the set out, Swaggy Shane. Trying to since we're plotting on doing a couple things. Figured I'd test out my setup, see how it all works. Seems like everything works. You're onto your other arm. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's still some work needs to get done on this guy, but in good time. That's where I keep my blood sugar sensor. So yeah, but I've already got a tattoo in that spot, so I suppose it's I'd be like tattoo around it, man. Me. Yep, she's just not having it tonight. Okinawa, living the high life. Hopefully you don't get wrecked by tsunamis, Paul. There's supposed to be a really big earthquake, although there's a fair bit of distance. Why are you beeping at me? I don't know why it's beeping at me. There's no reason for that to beep at me. No, I had a tattoo there before I had to start wearing the sensor before I got sick and my pancreas died on me. So, were you around when I got sick, Robin Freeman? I was sick for like a year and a half. I could barely walk. It was terrible. Um, but yeah, so I got my second. So yay, I'll go into the COVID stuff again. The COVID vaccine. I got my second shot. It was Moderna. Everybody always asks which one it was. So it was Moderna. Um, got my second shot, and then within a couple days, I just started dropping weight like crazy. I wound up losing 35, 40 pounds, something like that. I went from being about 135 down to about 95 pounds, all within the space of about a month. Um, and I found out that the second COVID shot had killed my pancreas. So wound up becoming a type 1 diabetic thanks to Moderna. But because of everything they were doing, um, nobody's allowed to sue anybody that they got a COVID vaccine from because you signed a statement saying that you waived all your legal rights. Everybody did though at the time, but because it was also required for my job at the time, I didn't have much of a choice. Um, After that, I managed to skate around it. Now it's no longer required, and they can't make it required. So easy, gizzard stew. Love you, geese. Enjoying my fancy new camera because it stopped following me. Let me go ahead and turn the active track back on. Here we go. Now it'll follow me. Gizzard, I'm watching you, man. So, so yeah, that's what happened to Fresh 03. But yeah, no, I've got a tattoo back there that's under the sensor. I'm not sure you can see the top of it, I think. But the sensor covers most of it. I just put it there because it's the best spot. Stays out of the way. I look amazing on the new cam. Thank you to the new camera for making me look amazing. What's up, Sortiel? Sugar was down to 40. Man, you need more than some PB. You need some apple juice or some orange juice. You need some juice to jack you up quick. You get that quick boost, and then you eat something long term like the peanut butter. That's how you deal with a sugar crash like that. But when I get down to like 40, I'm almost wiggity whacked out of my gourd. It doesn't happen very often, thank goodness. But you know, diabetes forces you to live the good life, whether you want to or not. Peanut butter and corn syrup. There you go. Yeah, throw a little corn syrup on your tongue. That'll do the trick. So yeah, so anybody who's curious, so I'm using the Osmo Pocket 3 for the camera. I've got the Fifine Fifine. Do I have the microphone box there? It's a Fifine mic. Basically it's a clone of the Shure 179. It's a clone of that. Um, and all the zooming I've had to do with it, it seems to work really well. So yeah, I've got the Fifine, I've got the Osmo Pocket 3 is the web camera right now. Um, what else did I switch? I got a new laptop, but the new laptop um, has been in because the old one was on its hind legs as far as everything that it could do. And then now I'm using Streamlabs instead of OBS. So that's all the changes I've made so far. We'll see what else I decide to do. Uh, have a good night, Steven. Be good, man. Be good. Waving at the wrong camera again. See, I need to look over here. See that this actually works better because then I can just kind of glance out of the corner of my eye and see what's going on in the chat, and then look back at the camera. That way, I look like I'm making eye contact with everybody. Just get a little in there. Okay. Hey, Swaggy Shane, how's that peanut butter and corn syrup doing there, brother? So, I can get as creepy as I want, which is generally pretty creepy for those that forgot. Yes. Yes, because there's a lot of, unfortunately, there's a lot of folks that happen to. Yeah, because those that didn't know the COVID vaccine and COVID in general just kind of attacks whatever the weakest part of your body is. Apparently, mine was my pancreas because it killed the shit out of that. So, it is what it is. People. I won't ever fault anybody for getting vaccines. I'll never get another COVID vaccine, but that's just because of my experience with it. No more experimental vaccines for old Fresh O 03. Um, I got burned one too many times. All the stuff they did to us when we were going to, when I went over to Korea, we were the first people getting the anthrax vaccine. Now I can't get blood except for to other people that have had it. Um, when we went over, where were we going? We wound up getting the Japanese encephalitis vaccine. That shit just killed us. We got the new form of the smallpox vaccine, which is almost exactly the same as the old one. Um, they stab you in the arm a bunch of times and basically give you the lesser equivalent of smallpox. So yeah, you wind up with a big circular scar on your arm because of it. Um, yeah, the army did all sorts of stuff to me, and then working for the government, they're like, "Yeah, you have to get this, otherwise you can't work." So was what it was. We all signed away all of our legal rights the first time we got our COVID vaccine, whether you realized it or not. You did it. So, but yeah, this happened to a lot of people, guys. A lot of people. Thank you, Chickenfoot. Is that a new username, or have you always been Chickenfoot? Because your avatar looks familiar to me, but I don't recognize I don't recognize the name. Or it could have just been a while. My memory is terrible for those that have also forgotten. Fresh O 03 has the memory of a goldfish. What were we talking about again? How your Broncos going to do this year, Giz? I'm curious. Seemed like they were making good moves. Um, Still curious how my Niners are going to be able to afford anything, but it's all right. Like if somebody gets hurt on that team, like they can't even afford to bring somebody in. I'm sure there's injury exceptions in the NFL, but you're lucky, Nicole Stockdale. Lucky. Yeah, for quite some time. I changed the avatar about a year ago. Uh, yeah, I mean, when you're in the military, I mean, you just walk down the line, they give you whatever. Same thing. Sign your legal rights away. when you walk in. I mean, they don't even tell you really what you're signing. Like I knew what I was signing. I just didn't care because I'd already gotten so many things through the army. I was like, I mean, it's not like I can give blood to anybody, so I guess who gives a shit? Um, yeah, and I should have thought it over more. But you know, that's a that's a younger me problem. The older me problem has to deal with the now problems. So, thank you, Nicole. Yeah, yeah, it's been, you know, I'm I'm as healthy as I can be. Um, been doing DDP yoga. I'd kind of skipped out on workouts when I got here just because I hurt my shoulder during the move a little bit. So, yeah, I got lazy because it's easy to get lazy. So I started doing DDP yoga. Um, and it's been good. It's been really good. So anybody that's looking for something to, just kind of, it's it's go at your own pace. Do you do what you feel capable of? It's all muscle, it's all dynamic resistance. You're creating your own weight training and all that good stuff. And my shoulder's been doing a lot better. So, picking up the intensity on those workouts. That's what I've been doing as far as workouts go. Um, yeah, I mean, like I was telling everybody else, that wasn't here at the start of the stream. Since I got to Montana, I've been working here. The reason haven't been doing streams because I'm traveling a lot for work. So, um, going to a bunch of different towns, working in different places. Um, it's been good. It's been good. I've been enjoying it. It's nice to kind of get around the old home state here, see how everything's changed and what really hasn't changed. Like if I go up to my hometown, it hasn't changed a lick. It probably hasn't changed anything but storefronts moving in and out in 20, 25 years. Nothing, everything's still in the exact same place. There's a few new houses built out towards the out end of town, but I mean, nothing ever changes there. So, what's up, Milkman John? Dee-da, dee-da. What's up, man? Yeah, I mean that's your doctor made the right choice, Swaggy Shane. I mean, yeah, Lord knows you got enough else going on, man. They don't need to start attacking your organs via vaccine. It's supposed to help you. It's supposed to make you better. It's supposed to protect you. I mean, it's like the flu shot. They're just taking a gamble, and hopefully they nailed which version of the virus is running rampant at the time, and it protects you a little bit. If they don't, then I mean, I think we're all starting to build up that herd immunity a little bit against it, so it's not ravaging people like it did before, thank God. Um, it's turning into, eventually COVID will just, it'll turn into another seasonal thing like your flu shot, like everything else. Hopefully they've got the right thing. If not, you wind up with COVID, and COVID doesn't, like I said, doesn't seem to be quite as severe as it did in the beginning. So we're all building up a little something. What's up, Jim Bubba? How you doing, man? Am I a night owl now? No, I had to change my blood sugar sensor. So I have to stay up and wait for it to kick over so that I can take any action on my blood sugar. So, but I mean, I was also planning on testing this setup out a little bit so that I could see how it looked and, for the future plans, Lumi, for the future plans. You predict they'll be better than the Steelers? Interesting. Interesting. So, yep. Yep. I'm aware how that goes, Swaggy Shane. Yeah. So, I mean, I was doing okay, and then I got my insulin pod and my blood sugar sensor that interact. So I have what's called a closed system now. Everybody that's not aware, your blood sugar monitor feeds information to your insulin pump. your insulin pump can take independent action without you doing anything, unless it's a big correction that needs to be made. But I mean, if it's only, I need half a unit here or half a unit there of insulin, the pod will just do it on its own, which is really cool. So I was doing, I was doing pretty good with just pens and finger sticks, and then I got the blood sugar monitor, and that changed everything because then I just look at my phone and go, okay, yeah, that's what's going on, and make corrections from there. But then when I got the insulin pump, whole different game. Like I've been able to do all sorts of stuff. That's right, foosball, Lumi. You boys talking about that food? Mimi, the people are calling for you, Mimi. They're calling for you. Your people. Mimi. Or we can see if we can lure Poppy over. Pop, pop. Poppy's been sleeping there the whole time. The whole stream. Pop, pop. Pop, pop. I still have a shriveled pancreas. I mean, it's still receiving fluids. It's just not doing its job anymore. So it's living on the dole right now. You know what I'm saying? That's right, Rob Scanlon. We talking some foosball. Talking some foosball. As a Niners fan, I'm slightly worried about my team. They don't have enough money to pay all their players. So nice, Nicole. Nice. Yeah, the insulin pump's way better, Robin Freeman, because you change it out every 3 days, and you're not sticking yourself in the stomach for every time you want to eat something, or or the thigh, or you can stick yourself in the back of the arm, or there's all sorts of spots you can stick yourself. But the finger sticks, you always had to do finger sticks. So yeah, getting the blood sugar sensor that you only change. So you change this thing every 10 days, and then there's an insulin pump on my stomach. And you can move that around your body wherever you want. Most of the time it's on my upper thigh, but my yoga's been ripping it out lately. I've been getting more enthusiastic about it. So just, getting too enthusiastic with my stretches. So yeah, I've heard that VSO. You do wind up having to take, I mean, you wind up getting immunocompromised because they have to put you on anti rejection drugs for the rest of your life. But I mean, being able to eat whatever you wanted, relatively, relatively, being able to eat whatever you wanted. I mean, that'd be nice. I get to have a slice of pizza once a month, if that. I figured out a way to make diabetic pizza though. So I've been pretty happy with that. Thanks, Rob Scanlon. Glad you like it, man. It's it's freaky, man. It's freaky when it follows you. But yeah, it's been cool. I'm pretty sure you wind up on a course of anti-rejection drugs, Swaggy Shane, because of how they have to do it. If I remember the research correctly, um, the it might have to do with the stem cells they're using. I don't remember, but I'm relatively sure you wind up on a course of anti-rejection drugs. So that's right, Rob Scanlon. Yep, the carb balanced tortillas, exactly. And then Rouse pasta sauces. They don't add sugar to them because they're not trying to kill the bitterness. It's just good sauce. It's a little more expensive, totally worth it. It's got like 6 grams of sugar for a couple tablespoons, and you don't even use a tablespoon to make a little pizza. Then you just use fat-free mozzarella and then whatever toppings, as long as you're reasonable. Don't have pineapple. Can't have can't even make pineapple pizza anymore. Wasn't ever all that big of a fan of it. I mean, I'd eat it because it's pizza, and to me, there's really no such thing as bad pizza. But yeah, sport leafy. Yes, yeah. Um, I don't have a shower at work anymore, like I did when I was in Spokane and in uh when I was living around Tacoma. I don't have a shower at work anymore, so I can't ride to work, but I can ride home if I want. I also ride my little motorcycle around a lot, but yes, still ride bicycle gizzards too. I actually wear that little flip hat, little sun visor flipper that you gave me. It's a great little hat for riding. Okay, cool. I like it. You know, I might have fucked up my liver with all the drinking I did, so I might not have a liver capable of being used. But although with the party life that you live, Swaggy Shane, so maybe there's hope for me yet. Hope for me getting a new pancreas. I just gotta wait for the VA to be willing to pay for it. Oh, that's right, Gizzard Stew. Yeah, that little Cannondale bike cap. Yep, put it on under the helmet and use that as my sun visor instead of having a big ass visor hanging off my helmet. Now I can have a smaller helmet. Mine's probably just scarred. Mine's as scarred up as my knees are. You built me a bicycle, Gizzard Stew? Can you text me a picture of said bike? I would love to see the bike that you built me. Is it a little tricycle? Did you build me a little two-wheel truck? Did you build me a little itsy bitsy hobbit-sized bicycle? Gizzard Stew? That's true. That's true, Swaggy Shane. We are all a bunch of gifts. It's just falling apart. It's identical to yours? Interesting. You know, is it Resound that's in Minnesota? Might be Resound. Resound does hearing aid training right around Minneapolis. Gizzard Stew, don't threaten me with a good time. We'll go bicycling in November. I'll bring my cleats along. We'll lock in. We'll go Tokyo drifting around on your bikes. You know, with the progress they're making on cloning technology as well, pretty soon they'll just be able to clone find a healthy cell and clone that, do your organs that way. I believe we've all seen Repo Man about the Jude Law going and getting homegrown organs back from people. That's what it'll come to. Yeah, it's kind of how it is here. Generally, it'll be, you know, low 50s, mid 40s, somewhere in there. But I mean, we might get a cold snap in November. I mean, we might get a cold snap tomorrow. You never know with Montana. Kind of like, kind of like Minnesota, like that. Um, well, I mean, the Human Genome Project, they have a lot of it. They have a lot of it mapped. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of things that they may never figure out what they do as far as the Human Genome Project goes. But I mean, the genetic therapies are out there. It's just, are they going to be approved? Here in the U.S. Ooh, man, I'm being an amateur. There we go. I'm still on. I was still on live. I was still on Top Chat. I should have been on live chat this whole time. So if I missed anybody's questions or comments, I'm sorry. Um, yeah, I mean, there's only 21 people here right now. So what's up, Frank Einstein? It goes good, man. It goes good. Um, yeah, just living life out here in Montana now. I just keep moving further and further away from you, man. I'm assuming you're still there at, still working the same place and whatnot. Probably running the shop by now. But a lot of the things, a lot of the things that we've heard about and we know about as far as like, genetic mapping and cloning and stuff like that, it's taking place in other countries. It's just not taking place here because everything's so tightly regulated. What's up, Geeky? How you doing, man? Okay, you dropped the federal and went state. It's probably a good call. What's up, Depress? How you doing, man? Good seeing you too. Yeah. So, yeah, sorry I've been away as long as I have, everybody. I mean, with this new job, it'll likely continue. I'll just won't be available to do the shows. If I could connect via phone, sitting in a hotel room or sitting in a park or something like that, but I won't have anything to do any mixing. So, it'd just be Fresh O 03 sitting here like this, answering questions and saying hi. So, doing pretty good, Geeky. Thanks for asking, man. Doing pretty good these days. As healthy as I'm gonna be. Yeah, the bum pancreas. It's about as healthy as I'll ever be. It's all downhill from here. I actually have to get so my fake lens that I had to have put into my eye because of the sudden onset cataracts I had as well. So the lens in my left eye is starting to develop the secondary cataract, which is normal for when you have a fake lens. So they have to go in and basically take a laser and shave all the secondary cataract off. And I think they're doing this one at the same time, but it's all one day. Um, you're only in the office for like 30 minutes. Um, but it's normal, and after that, you shouldn't have any more. You shouldn't have any more. So I have to have that coming up. Nice, nice to as long as you're making something that you like, who cares? Who cares, man? You are your own mix master. You know, that's another thing. I've actually left a lot of the DIY groups on Facebook that I had joined. Basically, just I joined to answer beginner questions. People coming in and just starting. Um, now everybody wants. I want this pod liquid. I want this pod liquid. I want this pod liquid. I want to mix it at 50. What do I need to do? And you lay out the steps for them. They're like, that seems like too much, and then you never hear from them again. You don't get a thanks, nothing like that. Um, Seems like a lot of people aren't interested in putting together recipes and whatnot. uh, they just want what they already have, and they don't want to pay the disposable price, so they go and buy themselves a little borrow box, or they buy themselves a little aha, she finally came out. I'll be right back. Well, this is gonna follow me. Is it following me back? I'm back. Look who I got, everybody. She finally came out from under my desk. It's the Mimi. Your people are here, Mimi. Your people. I know your boyfriend Adam or your ex-boyfriend Adam. Oh, now Poppy wants in on the game too, so we got both of them going. All of a sudden, it turns into a kitty stream. No geeky vapor. This is the Osmo Pocket 3. I think it's a little better. You showing everybody your kitty bajingo again? There, Pop Pop. You showing the internet your kitty bajingo because you don't care. I like the features of the Osmo Pocket 3 a little bit better than I liked the features that were available on the Insta360. I think the Insta360 would turn out to be a little bit more durable. If I was doing more action sports stuff, I would have been, if I decided I was doing moto vlogs now or something like that, I would probably look at the Insta360. But for what I'm doing, the Osmo Pocket 3 offers a lot more. So that's why I went with the Osmo Pocket 3. Just give it a good, interesting, Lumi. Are you like me? Do you have like six of them stockpiled? Robin Freeman, no. Wendy got super busy with work, and then I don't think she just never came back. Um, Last time I reached out to her just to see how she was doing, I got busy. Thanks. I think that was pretty much the end of the conversation. But yeah, I mean, she's still around as far as I'm aware. She could do it. You know, Wendy had that crazy commute for work to start with, and then she was always busy and always stressed out about everything. Um, then working with Yeah, it was just Wendy always had a lot going on. I think it finally just got to be too much. And once you step away for a little while, it gets easy just to keep stepping away. So that's the long and short of it. Um, I've never taken this seriously as a career or anything like that. A lot of folks, a lot of folks in the vape community were making their living off this. Um, just really not possible anymore. Um, there's not a, unless you're reviewing every pod that comes out. I think Mike's still doing all right with it. Um, I think DJ's still doing all right with it. But yeah, I mean, it's really not possible to make a living doing just vape content anymore. And the DIY stuff, I mean, the DIY stuff was never mainstream enough. And then yeah, someone had mentioned that the community's gotten so small. Um, with the invention of the nicotine pouches becoming more prevalent, and good for people that swap to nicotine pouches. I mean, good, good. You're not smoking. Use those things. Um, there's no carcinogens in the new nicotine pouches that are coming out. So, I mean, eventually they'll get around to fucking with those too. But I mean, if you want to stick a Zin in your lip, who cares? You're not hurting anybody. You're not spitting in a cup anymore. You're just swallowing it down now. You're not leaving Coke bottles full of dip everywhere. So, I mean, with those becoming more prevalent, and then the disposable vapes. I mean, the disposable vapes killed a lot of the rebuildable market just because you go spend $20 every couple of weeks and you got yourself a brand new fresh vape, and that's that. A lot of people had already switched to the Nick salts. You're getting you can get relatively safe Nick salt levels from most disposables now. Or you've got your disposable pod systems. A lot of the we're not the hobbyist vapors. We're all still there's still quite a few of us around, but the hobbyist side of it, the rebuildables, the people who vaping on boxes and RDAs, and RTAs. It's so small now. It's so small here in the U.S. Um, and it's even it's small. It's gotten so small everywhere just because of the advent of the disposables. Um, and the regulations coming in and just smacking down on everything, that doesn't help anything at all. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's what I say good for everybody that, if you're doing Zins or you're doing disposables, Good, good. I hope you enjoy them. I've got no problem with you. I've got no problem with you using them. If that's the route you want to go, if it's keeping you off of cigarettes, anything, anything out there is better than what cigarettes have been doing to us. And the fuckers in the last generation of politics, they screwed us from ever being able to retaliate against these guys. Um, we should have put them out of business when the research came out and everybody found out what they've been doing to, knowingly doing to people. you know, Fuckers should have been out of business, but they aren't. And we all, a lot of us fell victim to it. I won't say everybody. I'm not sure everybody here was a smoker first. I'm sure a lot of them were. A lot of y'all were. But, oh, that's what she said, Lumi. You can't make it that easy. That's right. Adopt, don't shop. Interesting, geeky vapor. So, but can you get unflavored ones? I mean, you could just, yeah. I mean, you could just throw a stick of fucking gum in your mouth and throw an unflavored nicotine pouch in your lip. Who gives a shit? Just get yourself a piece of spearmint gum. You got yourself a minty one. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. The unflavored pouches. You know, stick those things. Good. Minted tobacco is all. Yeah, dude, just do mint ones. If that's the route you want to go. Except it keeps you off cigarettes. Just do it. Yeah, I mean, once you get into the hobbyist side of vaping, like the stuff that you can do with rebuildable atomizers compared to, what's in a disposable or the coils or anything like that ever came out, like it's so much better. The flavor is so much better, being able to customize your vape just the way you want it. You know, um, Eventually if you ever get into building your own coils, I'm assuming you don't build your own coils, but I could be totally wrong. Nicole Scottsdale. Um, Yeah, I mean, when you build your own coils and you really, really get down to customizing your own stuff, it completely changes the game. What's up, Kerplop? Scott Shook, what's happening, brother? But yeah, yeah, Nicole. If you ever get into that, I mean, it's not hard. Building coils is not hard. There's plenty of tutorials out there to build whatever kind you want, or you can just buy the rolls of the stuff and just buy a roll of you know, buy a roll of alien and twist up your own coil and trim them and drop them right in your tank. I mean, it's easy enough. That's what Jax does with all her tanks. She buys sticks of wire and just makes up her own coils, drops them in, puts everything exactly where she wants it. She's happy as a clam. Oh, you can go to sleep, Scott Shook. The replay will be here in the morning. You're living Kerplop? Good. NorCal, what's up, NorCal? There you go. Lumi's volunteering to teach you how to braid, Nicole Stuckdale. She'll teach you how to do braided coils. Braided coils are amazing. Lumi is a master at braided coils. Absolutely delicious, and it'll last forever. Is Poppy running around in the background still? Or did she go back to bed? Where'd you go, Pop Pop? Peep, peep. Oh, she may have gone to get some water or take a poop or something. You're watching from bed? I have about a half hour before this thing comes online for the evening. What's up, Spark Chaser? Good seeing you, man. Yeah, good seeing you too. Yeah, you guys like the camera chasing me? I'm gonna make you dizzy. I'm gonna jump back and forth and see if it can keep up. Keeps up actually pretty well. Up, down. Make it do a circle. I don't know. It's just hilarious. It's hilarious to me. All the new toys. Oh, that's actually pretty sick, Giz. It's a sweet looking setup you got there, man. Yeah, I mean, like I said, once you learn to build your own coils, it's super easy. You know, there's the initial, hey, Pop Pop, come here, come here. There's the Pop Pop. There's Pop Pop, the show stealer. This is now officially Poppy Stream. Yeah, there's the initial fear of building coils, but I mean, you'll make a few mistakes along the way, but I mean, once you get the method down, especially once you get past, you know, once you get Claptons down, Claptons are just super easy. Once you get that down, I mean, everything else is just a little baby step, a little baby step, a little baby step. So, you know, and eventually, you know, get to where you're comfortable, you know, you zip through a thing and make aliens, no problem. Um, you know, building coils isn't hard. It just, you know, it's like anything else. Takes a little bit of practice. Takes a little bit of time to learn how to do it. But you know, N Divine 83, Nick Divine, he's got some good videos on how to do stuff. He'll walk you through step by step on how to make the most complicated coil you want or the easiest coil you want. Um, you know, twist and wire up with a coffee cup. I've done videos on that. Super easy. So, you know, making your own coils isn't hard at all. At all. Yeah, there you go. Fishtail braid, a nice, you know, nice small Celtic braid. My spork leafy's called Gizzard Stew because he's the original stew. Yeah, I mean, I love RDAs. Like like you can't compare the flavor of anything else to an RDA. Like you just can't. You know, nice fresh coil, nice fresh cotton. You know, give it its couple break-in toots, and then you know, there's nothing that has the flavor. Spark Chaser, Addy Tooney's got a lot going on. He's just not available for a lot of, not available for for things for probably I don't know, probably not anytime soon if I had to guess. But yeah, Tooney's got a lot of stuff going on. Um, I don't know. I don't know, Geeky. He might still be dropping in on Grim, but yeah, Tooney's just got a lot of real life stuff going on, um, with family and whatnot. So you know, he just hasn't been available. I still chat with him once every couple of weeks. You know, we'll start texting and chatting a little bit, and you know, just touching base, see how life's going, see how each other's holding on. You know, it's real life catching up to people. Happens to the best of us. Like I said, yep. Always call he always called everybody fam. He loves this community so much. So you're still in his heart. Just because he's not around doesn't mean he's not caring and loving you guys. What's up, Lady Liberty? How you doing, girl? Just testing the new, just kind of testing the new setup out, waiting for my blood sugar monitor to warm up so I know if I need to take any actions before bed. Have myself a lovely or no, this is a pink lemonade spindrift seltzer. Nice. Yeah, I chatted with him, I think Monday. Seemed like he's holding in there. What's up, church? How you doing, man? Yeah, just hanging out. Just kind of hanging out. Like I said, I'm testing the new setup, making sure everything looked good, making sure everything sounds good. Um, that's about it. Tuning might still be up. I'll just text him. I'll let him know. Tooney's kind of a night owl, so I text him. Said said Robin Freeman says hi and she loves you. So passing your love along to Addie Tooney. Said he might still be up. Like I said, he's a little bit of a night owl. But um, these don't because I mean everything most seltzers just kind of taste like watered down fruit. This uses actual fruit juice in it, so it's pretty it's got a really good flavor as far as seltzers go. Um, I really enjoy the Spindrift. I like Spindrifts more than I like any other seltzer just because of the flavor. They're super pricey though, so I wait for them to go on sale at Costco and then I buy like 12 of them. Yeah, that happens. Yep, geeky. Yep, Costco. Costco's where it's at. Yeah, I mean Sunday because I when I was doing my yoga Saturday night, I accidentally ripped the pod loose. Like I said, I was getting a little enthusiastic, and I woke up with my blood sugar at like 254, which is super high for me. Most of the time, I'm sitting down in the low 100s, and so I woke up at like 250, and then so I was like, man, what did I have last night? Like, I don't remember having anything abnormal that would shoot my blood sugar up. So I did the correction, sat there for an hour, checked my blood sugar again to see if the correction had done anything, and it hadn't. And that's when I realized the pod had gotten ripped loose. So, I take the pod off my leg, and there's insulin just all over my leg. So, swap it out, put it on my stomach. That way, I'm not when I'm doing my stretching, and I get a little enthusiastic about it. I'm not ripping it loose. I just got to watch out when I'm doing downward dog and cobras and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so it took until 6 o'clock that night for everything to correct and for me to feel like a normal human being. So yeah, so I know your pain. Yeah, I mean Sunday pretty much from like 10 o'clock until almost 6 o'clock. I took several naps and I just had no energy and I was just laying there. So yeah, it was bad, man. Nice, Geeky. Yeah, I mean that's why I like this just because it's all natural. It's just got the little bit of sugars from the fruit. What's it got in it? What's this one got? Sugars, total sugars. Yeah, it's only got 3 sugars in it for a can, so not terrible. And I did a correction for a little for anything that I did. I did a little bit of a correction to drop it, so drop it down. Did I say hi to Kim C? Hi, Kim C. Yeah, I mean that's where I was keeping my insulin pump was on my thigh, and yeah, I ripped it out doing that stretching. Good call, Rob Scanlon. Yeah, I mean if you can get a reusable pen and then just insulin cartridges or just fill them yourself with from an insulin vial, because that's what I do now. I get insulin vials in the mail and I fill my pods. Um, I'm telling you, pods are where it's at though. Um, Mine all comes through the VA. I don't care. Rin is out doing Rin things. I talked to her today. Talked to Rin earlier today. She's doing good though. What's up, Mita? How you doing, man? Why are we all diabetic? Because we abused ourselves, Robin Freeman. That's what it was. We abused our bodies and we had fun while it lasted. Now you pay the consequences. That's all there is to it. I agree, Lady Liberty, 100%. Yeah, insulin pod is where it's at. Good, good. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe your doctors do that to you there, Tim. I can't believe they make you wait for meds and you're not just getting the refills, not just getting the refills in. That's terrible. That's right, OR Church. Misspent youth. Yeah, I mean, the bill always comes due. Yep. Pancreas says, "Why are you abusing me? Why are you abusing me?" I would love to come visit you gizzards too. 100%. And it looks like, all right, perfect. So this potential show is coming together. Um, I don't, let's see. See, I was looking at the comments here and I mixed Geeky Vapor and Lumi's comments together. It is, so the way I read it was, hey now, I'm just pre-diabetic. I didn't do anything wrong in my youth. I was about to call you out there for a second, Geeky Vapor. I'm like, you know what? We all did something. We all did some stuff when we were young. That's all right. I mean, I'll come talk some shit, Meter. You know me, I'm always willing to talk some shit. Booyah, Chevy man, booyah. And geeky, it's just a matter. It's just like I said, I started doing this DDP yoga, and Diamond Dallas Page, bang, doing his yoga, and it's just what I needed. Like my shoulder feels a million times better. My body's starting to whip itself back into shape. Yeah, it's what I needed. So it's just about finding what's good for you. Eventually, you find something you like. I mean, Swaggy, I've told story after story about your misspent youth. All right, is everyone aware that Swaggy Shane was at one point John Holmes's stunt cock? Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there so that people know. The people have a right to know, Swaggy Shane. Let me save your butt. She got you going and looking. Gizzard Stew was an angel. I believe we've had conversations about your youthful exploits, Gizzard Stew, live on the air that have been verified in court several times over. Uh, if that's the story you want to spin for the people, I'm just saying there's a court record out there that will refute some of the facts that you are putting forth through hard DNA evidence. Is all I'm saying, Gizzard Stew. Uh, a lot of times, sometimes there's a court record, like with Gizzard Stew. That's about right, Rob Scan. Like, I mean, I partied like I was 18 until I was 33, 34. It's finally when I started getting my shit together. So, I mean, I'll keep paying for it. Things will keep going wrong for me. But, eventually it'll get to the point where I'm like, meh, that's enough. That's enough. Fair enough, Rob Scanlon. Yeah, I mean, social media is ridiculous. I mean, there were camera phones around when I was still abusing mine, but I mean, I don't know if I was doing anything worth capturing. Some guy getting fucked up and yelling at people out in the parking lot. It's spotless gizzards too. Gizzards still got quite a bit of ginger going. You know, Swaggy Shane, you can't be jealous because the man has a better head of hair than I had, even in my prime. That's all I'll say. Well, maybe, yeah, there were camera phones around when me and TJ were hanging out. So, yeah, I mean, TJ could have gotten some pretty awful pictures and videos of the things we were up to. But then, I mean, I would have had the same thing. So, I mean, two bald dudes shooting pictures of each other's hairy asses doing awful things. I mean, who really wants to see that? That's god awful. Just terrible. Right, Pop? Right, right, Pop, Pop. My little wild kitty. You coming up behind me? Come up on the chair again? Yeah, we got that set up, right? There we go. It's the Pop Pop show again. What's up, CJ? How you doing, man? You're Bobby. Oh, so you're only on bobby pins, Gizzards too? You're not on full on ponytails? Did you shave your head, Gizzards too? Did you give the Fresh 03 look a try? See if that suited you? All right, so you guys got me for about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, then my sensor will be warmed up and I will have to go make corrections and make adjustments to my life to match what the numbers tell me. Just shaved it all off for the heck of it, man. I'm assuming it's because of your own accord and it wasn't something terrible happened to you, correct, Gizzard Stew? Did you have something going on you didn't want to tell me about? Anything else you guys want me to go on a 15-minute ramble about? State of the world? Why can't we just love each other? Overalls that need to happen to the U.S. government, to the world government as a whole. Growing hair is your superpower. Fair enough. I mean, every time we've ever hung out in person, Gizzards too, it has been stupendous. Your hair has been magnificent. No crop, let it flop. Good. It's good experience for you later, Lady Liberty. Then he can turn over some hosting duties to you and whatnot. Lumi is apparently working on some twerking vids. We're all waiting anxiously for those, Lumi. Please send them to my phone for personal perusal first. I will definitely let you know which ones should and should not remain private and which ones should be your additions for a twerk team. Glad to help. Glad to lend a helping hand anytime. What's up, Adam Polarzik? Interesting. All right, have a good night, Chuck, man. Thanks for stopping by. Always, you know, that's what the only thing I always want on this channel to be for is just teaching people how to mix. Don't be scared to try stuff. You know, just because someone tells you it's not right, especially in DIY community now, like people just tell each other that shit isn't. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. That's half the posts that I was seeing before I started leaving groups. You should do it this way. You should do it this way. Do it however the fuck you want. That's what I say. If it tastes good to you, it doesn't fucking matter what somebody else tells you how to do. And you know, this flavor is better than that flavor. That flavor is better than this flavor. Use this sweetener. Use this. Use this. Use this. Use what makes you happy. Use whatever mixes you want. Who gives a shit what somebody else thinks? You're the one vaping it. If it tastes good to you, it doesn't matter. I can give you. I can walk in on stuff how I would do it. That was how I always prefaced my stuff when I was posting in groups. It's like, so you do it how you want. If I was doing it, this is what I would do. This was the direction I would go. But that's right for me. That might not be right for you. I may say use 0.5% of flavor. You may like using 6% flavor. And that's a hell of a spendy vaping habit you got there. But you do you. It's always how I've always looked at DIY. And it's a lot of times looking at the community right now. It's frustrating because nobody seems to just want to be like, hey, let's work with you and figure out what works for you. Even in beginner groups, they're just telling people, now you should do this. You should use this instead of being like, all right, so what do you want? Okay, this is what I know will get you in the ballpark. Try this, see if it gets you there. We can make changes later. If the flavor isn't right, we can try something else. You know, a lot of times you're just looking for a lot more sweetener in your vape. But, if you don't want to do that, that's up to you too. So, it's tough watching, because the DIY community, even now, it's still a very loving place. People are willing to jump in and help. but just kind of the way advice is coming across now, it just doesn't. A lot of it doesn't sit right with me. Cherokee, what's happening? What's happening, brother? Yeah, that's a lot of it, Lumi. You should get this instead of that. You should, why do that? Why not teach the person to mix with what they already invested their money in? There's some really good lists out there of like, hey, these are some really good beginner flavors. I still tell people, if you want fresh fruit, get some VSOs. Go check out Swaggy Shane shit. He makes the best fresh fruits that there are, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for desserty stuff, go look at Flavor West and Wonder Flavors. You know, go look over Wonder Flavors, period. If the flavor looks appealing to you, it's probably going to be pretty good. Um, and then, when you start looking for enhancement flavors, go look at Flavora. It's tough to spend, $12 for 30 mils, but you know, a lot of Flavora's flavors, nobody else does what they do. But why start somebody there? Why not let them spend $10 and get four 30 mils of Capella, and make something that's going to taste pretty good and be able to get them through and get them into the hobby, get them start thinking, I would like to try this. Well, okay, what do you have that's going to work for that? Instead of, nothing you have is going to work. Nothing you have is ever going to work. It's gotten a lot more negative than it ever used to be, and it bothers me because we should all be helping people. That's what this is all about. It's helping people, and I think people forget that. You know, so it's what my channel is always all about, is just helping people, help you find what's going to work for you. And if I can't do it, I'll point to someone who's better at mixing than I am. I'll point to Wayne. I mean, Wayne will break things down to the molecule for you. Um, you know, when Jennifer Jarvis was still doing stuff, point you to Jennifer Jarvis. Jennifer Jarvis will break it down to the scent molecule and tell you exactly what you need in your mix. She's an amazing lady, Jennifer Jarvis. Just an amazing lady, an amazing mixer. Um, the Vixens. Vixens ran a hell of a mixing show. I miss hanging out and watching the Vixens. Was what it was. Yeah. I agree, Sport Leafy. Why can't we all just get along? Because it's an election year. That's why. Because anybody who has a dissenting opinion doesn't agree with whatever party line you're falling under. They're an asshole and don't deserve a place in the country and all that good stuff nowadays. So, I suppose that's enough of that out of me. Well, I mean, the money's gone now. It's gone now. Now it's just people got used to being assholes and still just being assholes. There's still good folks out there. There's still good mixing groups. There's still good shows out for people. Just like I said, it's not what it was before. It's not what it was before. And it kind of hurts my feelings. That's enough politics out of me, right, Gizzard Stew? You guys don't need to hear it. I've expressed my opinions enough on everything. Oof, you got a Fusion Chevy, man? I hope you're doing better afterward. Yeah, I mean, there never will be. There never will be. I mean, vaping's never going to be the same. They found a way to restrict everything down so tight. You're going through back alleys just to get nicotine from people, and there's still places selling nicotine. And um, am I even supposed to say the N word anymore? I believe that's a YouTube curse. I may have just gotten my entire my entire stream is age restricted because I said the N word. But I mean, there's still ways to get it. There's still people out there selling it. There's still companies selling it. So I mean, if you know the right places to look, can't say them on stream, otherwise they'll just ban your stream outright. But there's still places out there to get it if you want it. Did you slipped out of your chair and hit the floor and you hit 9 kids? 9 of your kids? I don't know how many kids Chevy Man has. Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of the, there it is. That would be my sensor telling me the warm up is complete. I'm gonna have to tone myself down a little bit. Not bad though. It's Poo Poo's fault. We can blame whoever we want for the disposables. But I mean, once those hit the market, I mean, fuck it. Spider toilet, Adam Pilarczyk. Cat lady. Poppy's a cat lady, right? Pop Pop. I hear you in here. Mimi's a cat lady. Me, Mimi. Adam Pilarzyk's here. Want to come show off how beautiful you are to Adam Pilarczyk? What's up, Miguel? Yeah, nice seeing you too. You came right at the right when I was just waiting for my blood sugar sensor to warm up, and it has warmed up officially. So probably wrapping up here in the next few. But oh, I'm so we're wrapping Gizzard Stew. I will wrap if you me and you will have a freestyle battle if you jump into this stream right now. I think me and weren't me and Wayne supposed to have a freestyle rap battle at some point? I don't remember. Yeah, that would kill a spider. Well, I'm sorry, Lumi. Come on, Giz. Can't be scared like that. If you're scared, say you're scared. All right. So, any other questions? Any other life advice anybody needs? More than happy to give it. But yeah, I'm up way past my bedtime right now. All your tech is 2016. Man, I think all this stuff that I've got now I think it's all 2024. So far ahead of you gizzards too. Oh, I'm sorry, Kerplop. Getting they gonna scope you or repair it or give you a new one? Fix you, Fresh O 03. So, Kerplop, my only life advice is stick with the physical therapy that they give you. Um, throw some yoga in. I think yoga is a tremendous thing because it can be for anything, and it can be you can do. knee rehab with it. You can do weight loss. You can do it to build up more energy. There's all these different forms of yoga that are out there, and it's about finding what's right for you. Find the instructor that's right for you. Mine just happens to be ex-professional wrestler Diamond Dallas Page. I really enjoy doing his yoga. You're waiting it out? Well, don't sit around and don't be lazy with it. There's another piece of life advice, Kerplop. Just because it hurts doesn't mean you shouldn't be out there walking on it. You know, that'll tell you if it's permanent damage or not as well. But I mean, if you sit around, you let things atrophy, you let things tighten up, the recovery on it just gets worse. So get out there and move. Am I going to do any more mixing videos again? I mean, we'll do some mixing live streams. I don't know about actual like putting recipes together on a video. I could do YouTube shorts on it real quick, I guess, but that'd probably get me way more subscribers than I've got. Um, yeah, me and Swaggy are planning on doing throwing together a stream, trying to pull in some people um, that we haven't seen for a while. I got answers from a couple people already. Other people I expected it would take a while for them to get back to me, but yeah, we'll have a little bit of a reunion here on the channel. Um, yeah, I'll never stop doing this, Miguel. It's just when do I have time? Big J, what's happening, brother? Man, everybody popping in right at the end of the stream, huh? I would love to come ride that bike, Gizzard Stew. It will be when my work gives me the opportunity and when I'm not spending all of my leave that I've earned on New Zealand. So, and you know me, every once in a while I'll just do a random hop on like this. Tonight I needed to test my setup and wait for my blood sugar sensor to warm up. So all the factors all came together in a happy, glorious YouTube show. So I just caught up with some folks. But, seen a lot of folks I haven't seen stop by a show in quite a while. So good seeing everybody. Good seeing everybody. Happy to see everybody. We we'll continue this around the. Are you go- are you going to do the DDP yoga with me? We'll do a DDP yoga stream together. How's that? Meter. You want to do it with me? Anybody would be welcome on that stream. I'll open that up to everybody. I love you too, Gizzard Stew. That's a deal. All right. You get to watch a couple middle-aged men in shorts and a t-shirt trying not to fall over. Yeah, DDP yoga is great. It's great yoga. The dynamic resistance and whatnot. It's fantastic. So Swaggy can jump in too. Meter's coming in a unitard. Bloomy's gonna do it with us. Nice. When do you guys want to do it? Shoot me a message on Messenger. We'll set it up. Sounds good. Sounds good, Meter. You can wear some hoochie daddy shorts on my stream because I've got the DDP yoga app on my phone. So all I need to do is just have it on my phone, and I could probably cast it. Although DDP might get mad, so we should probably do one of his public videos. Um, you just need enough room for like a yoga mat, so you only need a little bit of space. Do one of his still helping folks all the time. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do have some. They do have. He's got quite a bit of public videos up on YouTube that we could totally use. people can follow along at home. Like I said, watching two middle-aged men fall on their faces trying to do. He does some pretty wild stretches. Haven't quite worked up to all that yet, but I haven't worked up to his wilder stuff. But it, I don't have the balance for it. Perfect. Yeah, just shoot me. You guys shoot me a message. Me, you, and Lumi, and we'll have Adam Polarzik jump in too. Right, Adam? Right, Pop Pop? Yep, it's way past my bedtime. So, so yeah, we'll set that up. But all right, folks, I'm gonna bounce. Uh, remember, be beautiful to each other, or be beautiful to each other. Wrong camera. Educate, advocate, be good for the community. See you on the next one. Love you all. Get off your butts and beep.